Good morning. Today we have PSSA testing again. So if you forgot what that schedule looks like, if you go to my website, you can hit the Schedules tab. And then while that top schedule is everybody's, this is the 7th grade schedule. So we'll test from 8:40 to 10:20. And then first period is longer. It's 43 minutes, which is a normal length. And then the rest of the class periods are shorter. They're 29 minutes. And then lunch is 25 minutes, and everything's just kind of almost a 2-hour delay schedule. So if you're Zooming, Zoom times will be different. For PSSA testing, if you get done early, hopefully you brought a book to read, because that's about all you can do when you're finished early. So let's go to Google Classroom, and we have a new assignment, Chapter 20 questions. Now those terms from yesterday, that's there. And what we didn't talk about yesterday was how to use this spreadsheet. I tried to get in and I didn't make a copy for each student, so you have to make your own copy. So to do that, if you can't see the red, you just need to pinch it. You can first share and export, then make a copy. So when you make your own copy, then you can use it. For extra credit, this is extra credit, you don't have to do it. You just need to fill in your science grades. But also you want to fill in what you want to get. So let's say this student wants to get a B. So they're going to fill that in. That's what they want. The green changes. And then let's say the first marking period was great. They had an 87. The second marking period was a little bit hard for them. They didn't get a lot of their work done because we were shut down. The third marking period was better. So when I hit enter or click in another box, it'll calculate what this student needs to get a B, to get an 80 average, is an 86 this marking period to help offset that 65 in the second. We have 5 weeks left, which is why we're doing this. Now, if you do this assignment, I don't have a copy of it. I'm not attached yet. So back in Google Classroom, you made that copy. You need to press the up arrow, add attachment. So we already did it. So when we add attachment, you go to the drive, my drive, and then that new one should be right there. The other thing you need to do to make sure I know to check this, for terms, I don't need you to turn it in. There's a separate spreadsheet, but for extra credit, if you want me to check to see if you did this correctly, then you have to turn it in for me to know to look at it. Now, in that sheet, you can do other classes, but extra credit is me just looking at what you want. So the yellow is what you want for your year-long average. The white boxes that you're going to fill in are your first, second, and third marking period grades. And the green you don't touch. It calculates for you what you need to get this marking period in order to get that yellow box, your desired yearly average. The bottom is an example if you want to play with that and just mess with those numbers before you try it in the other boxes so you get the hang of it. Again, it's extra credit. If you don't do it, it's no big deal. So back to Google Classroom. We're going to go back to the main page and look at Chapter 20 questions. It has 3 sections. There are 6 slides, but that's because tomorrow's still has 5 questions, but it's spread over 2 slides. So we're going to go open our slides. And of course, we know we need to press the square arrow so that we can split screen more effectively. Then we're going to split screen back to Google Classroom and pull the book slides up. And so the book slides would be the Chapter 20 textbook PDF. Question 1, where on the map do we live? Hopefully you know your geography. What biome are we in? So we need to look at this map. And here's America. And to know which biome we are, you have to look at the key and see what color are we and what does that mean. Then 3 other places where it can be found means other than America. So that same color can be found over here, a little bit down here, a little bit in there. So what you need is to list parts of the world, but you can't just be like Asia, because Asia is a huge place. So you need to label it north, east, south, west, or central. So for instance, the eastern United States is where we see this biome here. Many plants, why don't they grow beneath the evergreen? So we're going to skip this biome because we live in that one. And so that's on this page for question 2. Question 3, we're going to skip tropical forests. We'll get to that later. Is this page where we compare temperate grasslands, which are prairie, and savannas. And so there's more than 2 differences to find. These little temperature boxes on the side might help. Question 4 is about the desert. And so reading the paragraphs or checking out the picture can give you a plant and an animal, and you're going to name an adaptation to help them survive. And then alpine tundra is a special kind of tundra. You can find that in here. And permafrost, how does it change the water cycle, is also in here. Now we're going to keep going with section 1 tomorrow to do some graphing. But if you finish early, there's this video or another video on my website. As always, Zoom or email if you have questions, and good luck with your PSSA testing.